You see it all day.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Touch 50, touch 50.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. You're not ready. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. 14, got it. Undercrush.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run again with Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, kill. 54. Watch the pass. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike, 54.
Now Brees to try again after the pick six. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check three. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
That was second down run for Murray. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way.
The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
53.
From the gun, it's Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brees going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
36.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Brees now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
54.
Brees to throw again. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Ready. Little lady. Mike 54. Over. I'm coming after you. Hey, look.
They'll run on 1st down. Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run. Murray, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
47. Check, 47. Hey, man. Watch the
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch the slap. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 4. A Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Lynch, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Shoot. Check 15. Check. Look for City.
Now Rashad Penny. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. From the pistol, they run with Lynch. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check, 47. Hey, defense.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they suffered defeat from